guys, you're probably wondering why I brought you here today. If you saw the video title, you know why I brought you here today. I'm here to explain to you why does water pollution matter. And it's me, Zion, and so I'm about to show you guys why it's actually pretty important for the sake to you to just think that the water pollution will just go away one day. No, that water pollution will never go away until a company of people, like at this water working company, has to make it go through a giant process to clear out all that all that pollution. Now that you hear this, you probably feel bad for the company who has to clear out poop, toxic waste, pee, fish, or other remains to animals, including your goldfish that you found in the toilets or beta, and a lot more stuff you throw in the toilets. I'm going to show you what happens when you leave it just on the ground, expecting nothing to happen to it. Might be like, Zion, nothing can happen to that stuff you leave on the ground. Like, what are you talking about? This is what I'm about to show you and what I'm talking about. So, pretend, waste company, this is food, this is vegetable oil, so you don't have to worry about that. But some random company doesn't want some waste, so they throw it onto the ground. See, that waste ends up like on the ground. That's the ground. And sure, the ground can just suck up whatever the waste throws on it because dirt, grass, of course, is going to suck it up. But that doesn't mean it's going to get rid of it. Because pretend this is like a lake with stuff in it, which is regular, nice, clean, still water. After all those years, that stuff has been sitting there. You see the vegetable oil on that paper towel, which the paper towel will be known as the dirt, and the vegetable oil will be known as the toxic waste companies leave out. Most of the companies that probably make your toys. Now you see, rain comes and washes that like stuff the companies leave away. And then all that toxic waste ends up in the water. And then you got contaminated water, which is bad for you. And now, if you guys can see, water is now contaminated. And now, after the water gets contaminated, you see, companies really just don't care. So more companies, this wasn't a law back then. Now it is a law, but they was just allowed to dump their waste into the water. Release it, letting it all pour out. My mom's probably going to be mad at me, but okay. And when all that water, just all that oil, or what we know as waste, gets poured out, people just think that the water can just handle it, right? Animals can just drink it or suck it up. No, that will not happen. Otherwise, we will have more remains of animals to take care of if you keep on polluting. And now, look at this. Look at that water. If you look close enough, you see like this little round spot around the water. That's the stuff that's on the wall of the container is the oil or the contamination. And it's taking up that pocket of affected water in the middle. In either case, you're going to have affected water. And now, companies have to clean that and separate it apart. How do you think they're going to separate this pollution? How do you think they're going to separate your mess from the water? Seems pretty impossible. But they managed to do it because otherwise we wouldn't be having clean water to drink. I'm about to give you that contamination some color. So you can see what happens. That contamination is getting full of pockets full of dirtiest water or dirtiest contamination pieces. It's getting rid of that certain type of contamination, but it's filling up with another type of contamination. One that'll make it even more deadlier for us to drink if we just drop it by itself. Think this up. Trust me, I did not drink that. But we want to drink that contaminated water up from the lake or ocean. Now, this is when the cleaners come in to do their job. The final product will probably end up in this cup. Now, number one, pretend that same water that's so dirty and stuff got poop in it. Got pooed in. Or got sediment pieces into it. Making it even more dirty. It's okay, that's just dirt. And like little wood chip pieces. But it got dirtier. See that? Now, all that dirtiness, they have to, number one, use this is not how they actually do it, but this is just a filter for now. They have to filter that out. They don't actually do it this way. They have to swerve that water around and then keep it still for about several, maybe 8 hours, and then it'll float down to the bottom. That's when they transport because this is a liquid. But now a packet of water doesn't look dirty. You might be like, Zion, if you really have to clean that out even more, you're just going insane because that looks super clean. Like, how could that be dirty? No, it is not clean. It is not clean yet. See that yellowish to that water? You probably don't see it. It looks clear. But if I was to drink it, like, number one, I can still smell apple cider vinegar, which would be some of the other contamination that made it deadlier. And this water has a little tint to it. So that means it's not clean. Now, after that, don't think they're done. Now, this is when they have part of their job to where they have to mix in like a chemical that'll get rid of that disgusting stuff in the water. In this case, it will be soap. Other cases, it will be bleach and this other type of chemical. Well, don't worry, it wouldn't harm you. They would just have to mix that up with that water they have right now. Probably have to add a little bit of water for me right now, but they wouldn't usually add water. And then they would keep, because this can actually, I think it was limestone liquid and bleach, and it wouldn't harm you yet, because they have to still separate that chemical, because they don't want you guys getting sick or possibly even getting harmed from these chemicals in the water. So usually they would pour it through some sand or something, or gravel, but we don't have that. So I'm using another paper towel as a filter, and they would have to separate that soap, or in this case, the bleach and limestone liquids. Now, it'll be clean. Yeah, the water will be clean by now, but it still has a tint of color to it, which will make people not wanting to taste this water. Can I quickly just do something, because it looks like this still had oil in it? It's my waiting music. Also, you don't listen to this, I'll tell you the time you should skip to. Probably 16 minutes and 30 seconds. limestone water they added in the beginning. But I feel like this is the right time to get back on the road. But after they add that limestone water, it's not safe for you. So they add bleach, and they will exit each other out. Then, that's when the chemicals are fully removed from your water and then counted as safe enough for you guys to drink. And there will be no colors, and you guys will have a finishing result of, let me show you what your finishing result of would be.
Hi guys.
Kai, get out of my video. Kai, it's a special KB in it. Because I'm going to show this to my teacher. And, you have the finishing result of this nice, clean, sparkling water. So that's, so, shh. No, that's soap in it. So that's what can happen to the water that you guys drink if you contaminate it. And if you keep on contaminating it, then guess what? It's going to happen.
It's going to die.
Water doesn't die. It get out for now, okay?
I don't want to see.
So when when water gets contaminated again, they'll have to go through the same process after getting so dirty once again, just because you guys just don't believe in other YouTube videos, thinking that, nah, this water won't get dirty. No. This water will end up perfect after a while. Well, that's what you think. Actually, I'm not going to use this.
That's Mama's.
I noticed. But anything can affect that water. Right now I'm using honey as an example.
It only makes the water light.
And all that ends up at the bottom.
Makes the water that's going to make the water change its color.
And gets dirty once again. Just because you guys cannot listen and just keep on polluting. The water will end up like this again and again and again until you learn how to take care of our planet. And that was a scientific day with me. Bye!